Tell you what, this is some hard steel. They're brand new drill bits and they haven't made a mark in it. Not a bloody mark. Right, so I've just tried to drill the small lanyard hole in the handle end of the knife, and basically the drill bits aren't touching it. They aren't even scratching it. So I'm going to try that. Was it annealing or something? Suppose I've got to start looking at this heat treating somewhere, haven't I just hope that my little torch will heat it up. I have got another one in case I need to double up on power or heat, whatever. I'm just going to turn the light up to do this in the dark. I've been told you can see it better. Sorry if the picture's a bit shitty, but there's not a lot I can do about that at the minute. Right, I'm going to go get my other torch. Right, it ain't glowing, but don't touch it while I'm away because it will be hot. Right back. I've got both my torches. Let's go. Whoa. Right, I found a tight bit of action. It's really not quite as bright as you can see it, but it's getting there. Right, I'm going to call it that. Right. I'm going to leave it at that for now. I'm going to go have a cup of coffee, I think, and let that cool down. Remember though, it's really hot, don't touch it. That fucking buzzing. Okay, so I heated up the little area that I wanted to drill for the lanyard hole, but then I started thinking on. Just trying to drill this showed me that this particular file is really hard. So going on from that, I thought it was that difficult to drill it. How hard is it going to be to grind it and sand it, you know, to get it to the shape of the knife I want? So I think I kind of knew that I'd be better off annealing the whole thing, but I went online and double checked, and it turns out that that's really what I should be doing, you know, get it all nice and hot and let it cool down, soften it, and then start the grinding process and what have you. I mean, as you've already seen, I was already sanding on it and grinding on it, and I just won't get in anywhere. While it is a bit smaller, I reckon I could still file a little bit with it. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to use my 2 gas torches like I did earlier, and hopefully I'm praying that these 2 have got enough power in it to get the whole thing hot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop a little light on, just so I do have a little bit of light in the workshop, but I'm going to turn the main light out so I can see how hot this is getting. Bear with me a minute, please. Right, well, that's still pretty bright, but I'll give it a go. Right then, here we go. just starting to glow up now. To my eye, it isn't as bright as what you can see on the screen. So I'm going to keep going a little bit longer yet. Right, okay. I mean, I'm right here and I can feel the heat coming off that. As you could see, I wasn't able to get it consistently red across the file, but I know every area that I'm using was heated up to that red colour. So I'm kind of hoping that that'll be enough. And once it's cooled down, I'll be able to work on it a bit easier. Because that little, as you saw, that little bit of grounding and filing that I did on it, I was stood doing that for quite some time, and it was barely doing anything. And you know, when I went to drill it, as I've told you, the drill bit just didn't make a mark in it. I tried to hit it with a punch, you know, to get it started, and that didn't even make a mark in it. So hopefully this process will sort it out. Right, so what I've got here is, excuse me, I've selected a bit of oak to start off the scales, and what I've done is I've taken roughly 10mm there. I'm going to have to handsaw down the mark, because unfortunately I don't have a working bandsaw or whatever at the moment, so it's all, this bit's going to have to be done by hand, times 2. So I'm going to get on with that and see what we end up with. Right, so what you can see here is I've got 2 bits of mahogany, 2 bits of oak. If I could just move one set out of the way a minute. What I'm actually hoping to do is not do a full length handle of oak or mahogany, but halfway along, as it's only going to be a small handle, basically joint it so I've got, say, 1/2 mahogany and 1/2 oak, whatever. So what I plan on actually doing is taping the 2 bits together for each scale and cutting maybe a 45°. Take one bit away, take its counter opposite away, and leave the 2 remaining bits put together. And hopefully, because they've been put together, they will go together nicely. I hope. That's my idea anyway. Okay, so here are the resulting cuts. Now, what I meant about taking away its opposite counterpart or whatever was, if I get rid of this bit and this bit, then technically these 2 bits should fit together fine. I don't know if it's sat on a bit of dust or whatever, but it's not quite there, but that's nothing a bit of sanding can't sort out. So obviously what I'd do is I'd glue them together and onto the knife. I'm actually thinking about seeing if I can find a little bit of something to go between them. I don't know what that's called. You know, some people put a bit of that plasticky stuff looking in it. I think I might have an old washing up bowl somewhere laying around. Might have a go with that. So that's the start of the handles while I'm just waiting for that file to cool down. It's probably cool already, but I got this going. And there's the opposite side, which I will do exactly the same on. And I'm really hoping that I've done the miters the wrong way, or the right way, should I say. We'll see. Right, okay, then the file has cooled. I hope you can see on there that I've redrawn the shape of the blade on, and the template I used fit just nicely. So hopefully a minimum of cutting and grinding and what have you. So I'm going to crack on with that now.